I want to ask you, is it true that the government of Ethiopia have their own separate military aside from the state army? Is it true?
No.
No.
Like the government of Ethiopia has its federal forces, elite force, the armed forces.
Only that?
Yes.
Only that? There is no other one that is working for the agenda of the Oromia country they want to create?
But this Ethiopian government is actually blamed by the Oromo groups that are fighting the government. There are Oromo groups that are fighting the government too, armed groups. Their claim is that this Ethiopian government, even though the person is from the Oromo people, they say it sides on the Ethiopian side and is not allowing Oromia to become its independent country. So that's why they are fighting. And they're the first ones to start. 7 years they've been fighting him. So this government has no agenda of separationism.
So now can we say that is the Oromo rebel group are the one that want to create their country?
Yes, for the most part.
So that is the Oromo.
Even in them, there is a little bit difference. They say we should bring it to the people have to have self-determination towards cessation. They're saying we should bring it to the Oromo people, but they side to our cessation. But they claim that the people should vote and secede. The Ethiopian government completely is focused on keeping Ethiopia one nation, unified, synergy of nations, nationalities, and peoples. All of them should be recognized, but we should have one nation.
Okay. Now, does it make sense to you that the Prime Minister right now is planting tree and is bringing light to Adisa, and he don't want to refer on what is going on in the region? Let's say it's not the problem right now. The rebel are, having problem with Amara people, and they are crying, they are complaining.
Is it possible, for
me? Hold on. Let me answer this question. This is actually a good question. Excuse me, Aquila.
So do you think it makes sense for the government to focus on Adisa to be
No, this is a good question, and I know why you're asking me these questions. This is wonderfully put. So the government is not only planting tree. It's not only doing. Hold on. It's not only doing plantation. The hydroelectric dam that is built is the #1 hydroelectric dam in Africa. In Africa, in the third in the world, right? To build this hydroelectric dam, spent over $5 billion, despite the opposition. I think you have heard about
who gave money for the dam?
Ethiopian, completely refused.
That is not his project. That is Ethiopian project.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So he is executing an Ethiopian project. There are over 300 major industry projects that are happening right now. We have a $10 billion nuclear project that we just signed with Russia that's just being started. Other hydroelectric dam that's going to be the third largest that just is ongoing.
Guys, can we talk about genocidal issues?
Here's the thing. When this guy took office, the GDP of Ethiopia was $86 billion. Right now, it is double that amount.
Don't focus economic issue. We are just here for a general.
No. She asked me about development.
Can I say? Yeah, because this has come to be a ping pong. Because Black Hole was asking him, you're asking him, so it's not stopping. You guys are circling around. Okay.
Can you please try not to run the room, sir?
No, I'm not trying. But I need to speak because.
You don't want us to ask questions?
The thing is, the question, the conversation at first was about the genocide and the human rights issues. Now it has come to a point where we are trying to discuss about economics. So
no. It's just relax. It's not about economy.
No. The question was not economic.
Ayana, you said you people are building dam and a lot of things beautiful in the country. Do you think?
No, but I didn't finish. I heard your question correctly.
Yes. Do you think the dam is more important than the security of the country?
No. That's not what I was saying. I heard your question correctly. Your question, actually, the premise of it is as if it's just planting trees and shedding some light. And that's how they put it, to convince the people that there's no actual substantial work. That's why I started from there. But when it comes to...
another thing I want to ask you.
I'm getting to the point of your question. When it comes to peace, the cessation of hostility deal that was signed in Pretoria, that actually ended the 2-year war, Tigray has a relative peace. 1,000 people were dying a day on average. For the Oromo, that lasted for 7 years. There were 2 in Tanzania. They actually met twice. The government allowed helicopters to come and pick the rebel groups and take them to a foreign country so that they can go sit and negotiate with them. Twice. It failed twice. A part of them actually agreed and signed a year ago. Yesterday was a year. I was there. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, from the Amhara groups, one of them, they have splinters and sects that keep divided. One of them actually signed. AU and IGAD were signatories, and they actually led the conversation to us.
Can I please speak?
This shows you. Hold on. This shows you that the Ethiopian government is showing.
I'm in a rush.
It's for peace.
Ayana.
Yes.
Please, when I ask you a question, just answer me. Don't go, because the way you are talking, you talk too much as if you know you are in the government. I'm not accusing you, but you talk as if you are.
No, I am highly involved in this politics.
You are more than a citizen. You are more than an ordinary citizen.
I am an activist. I am an influencer. I am actually part of this movement for no war. Yes, I have my own stage. I have over 103,000 followers on TikTok. I go to YouTube TV channels, YouTube channels. I get interviewed. I do political analysis. So I'm deeply involved in this. I'm not just a walker by, right? So that's
when he came in the room, he's a random citizen. You heard Aya, right? But
I am a random citizen. I am a random citizen.
That's what I'm saying.
I am a random citizen. Your question was if I worked for the government. I said I don't work for the government, and that stands true.
Bring a parliament.
So to answer your question.
No. And you are referring to Amara people like Israelites. Why do you refer to them as like they are from Israel?
I didn't say that. I'm going to reiterate it shortly for you since you don't like long talks. Here's the thing. I'd say the guy who carries this flag believes that kind of kingdom needs to come back. He believes in the Solomonic dynasty. The Solomonic dynasty claims, it's not me. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you seeing how people are not letting me finish my words?
Never say that.
Like, are you seeing this, Aya? Like,
you're not going to twist. No.
The guy who carries this flag believes that kind of kingdom needs to come back. He believes in the Solomonic dynasty. The Solomonic dynasty claims, it's not me. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you seeing how people are not letting me finish my words?
You believe in the government, so you are the only Ethiopia right now. Because the Amara, they believe in Israelite stuff. They believe in Solomon. So they are Israelites. You are the only Ethiopia we have here. And we are discussing about Ethiopia. You don't need to go.
No, you completely misunderstood me. What I'm saying is nations, nationalities, and peoples should have their self-determination rights. We have to have a federalist country. There are over 83 languages and nations and nationalities. We have to respect them. We have to have a country where these people decide for themselves and not the Solomonic dynasty decide for them. The guy who had a flag, had a lion on it, was saying they do believe. They didn't even believe they were black. They claimed it. So that's why I mentioned that.
Can I speak?
But
guys, let's not make it like
I know you
Let Ayana speak, because it's like Ayana have a lot to say and he don't have time.
Guys,
Ayana, you can speak.
Okay, thank you. Ayana is not you, like she was referring.
Amara.
Thank you.
I'm saying, sorry.
So the thing is, there are some points which were raised earlier about genocide, and one of it was if the UN does not recognize a certain genocide, nobody can call it a genocide. But yet we find the Armenian genocide, it happened in 1904, but it was recognized like 20 years ago, which is 30 years ago, which is 1985. So that means the Armenian people believe that there was a genocide on them. Genocide happened on them by the Ottoman Turks, yet the UN did not recognize it for a while, right? Because even the UN was not established back then. So also in Iraq there was a genocide on a certain people. It's called the Anfal genocide. It happened in 1986, but it was recognized on 2010. So the Amhara genocide is happening now, and the UN is not recognizing it because they're not working on it. Just like the Armenian genocide, they stayed for almost 100 years. Just like the Anfal genocide, they stayed for like 20, 30 years after the genocide, but yet they still recognize it. So the West always recognize something when it gets a bit of beneficial for them. For example, when they want to attack the Ottoman Turks, they recognize the Armenian genocide. Why they didn't recognize the Armenian genocide back in the 1940s, back in the 1930s? The Armenians were protesting like in New York, in London, in almost everywhere in the world, saying that we are passing through a genocide. No one cared, right? Yet the genocide happened. So the other thing is, he mentioned about Gregor Stanley, the 10 steps of genocide. This is just one person's idea about this. Now it's adopted by the Genocide Watch.
I mentioned Gregor Stanley's. I mentioned
You say that there are for a genocide to happen, we need to pass the 10 stages.
No,
but that is just a single person's.
Yeah, please correct him. I said 2, not 10.
Okay. Anyways, there are no any guidelines for a genocide to be checked. There for the UN, what they do is they collect data. Then they will say if the politics favor the West, they will say genocide happened in this area. For example, when we look into Rwanda, nobody cared when the Rwandan army, especially which is led by the Paul Kagame army, was fighting against the genocide at Abahutu military faction. Nobody cared. Even the West didn't care about it, right? Yeah. Yet Paul Kagame was fighting against that genocide, and we have seen that Rwanda has been freed from those genocidal actors, and we have not seen any West supporting Paul Kagame. Even Paul Kagame was very cornered by especially the French media and the Belgian medias. So now also the Fano are saying, because before we raise arms against this government, the Ethiopian Abiy Ahmed Ali government, we have been protesting peacefully, saying that our people are passing through a genocide, so please stop it for 2-3 years. Then the Tigray war has erupted, and after that the government come to our doors and try to disarm our people so that we can die without defending ourselves. Imagine there are people who are passing through a genocide. They have small arms. At least they can protect themselves, at least. And the government come to our doors and try to disarm our people, like the peasants. So the peasants are now out and about and saying, we're Fano, we are not going to give up our arms. Now we'll be fighting a genocidal regime. That's what's happening now in Ethiopia. So the peace, some of the government cadres and cronies, like our brother here, Ayana, talking about, is nowhere to see, because we have seen this government having a 2-year bloody war with Tigray. Then in no time, the government's having another bloody war with us, with Amharas. Imagine the government investing thousands and hundreds of thousands of US dollars on drones, and yet using it on civilians, Amhara civilians. Most of the drone strike areas are churches and schools. Drones are specific to target specific weapons. The people can see before they drop the bombs, because they have cameras, right? They see if that place is a church. They see if that place is a school. They see if there are women and children in those areas. Yet they decide to bomb those kids and children and priestesses. They have killed more than 150 priestesses, clergy in learning in Goja. So this happened not only in Amhara region, but also the Amharas who are living in Addis Ababa were their houses were burned, their houses were demolished for the sake of the road expansion project is, or this, planting trees projects. This is a strategic way of, kicking out Amharas from the capital of Ethiopia.
That is genocide. That is
a genocide. Thank you. That is a genocide. Yeah, they create a system where, imagine planting trees. For you to plant a tree, you need to kick out a civilian. Which one is a tree or a human being? Is like if you put a tree and a human being in a table.
It's human being.
Human beings are better, right?
Of course.
The whole project is about planting trees, planting grasses. The funny thing is planting grasses. For that to happen, they are evacuated. They are literally like pushing out Amharas, thousands, like in the skirts of Addis Ababa, the outside boundaries of Addis Ababa, they kicked out more than 40,000 Amharas in a week. The people were running for their life. They were bringing heavy machinery, bulldozers, excavators to their house while they are sleeping. Some of them, Amharas died in their house while sleeping. In their house, they were bulldozed. Let me finish, please. Don't stop me.
I'm not arguing with you, but you have to make. You see, when he's trying to change a country,
this is reality. This is what we should talk. This is Africa. This is an African podium. This is. Look,
let him talk. Let him talk.
The government has.
Can you just
Look, guys. The government has its own big media. Let me finish, guys. Don't stop me. Look, the government has its own big medias, guys. Okay, so we as the opposition, we don't have big medias, right? So these places like TikTok, places like Twitter, are the place where our true voices come out. So let's not stop it here. So the thing is, people were dying even in the capital of Addis. A guy, a famous guy who is known for selling books. He died in his house because the government came to his house, demolished the house on him while he was sleeping. Yes, and also there was yes, it's true. And there was a mom. Look, a mom. Let me finish. Can you please drop down Arsenal because he's trying to silence the voice of.
No, can I just say a little bit?
Let me finish. I don't stop anyone. So look, there was a mom. And her infant son were in the house sleeping because let me finish this one. Look, this is reported by the BBC. There was a mom and her small kid, a 2-month-old kid, were sleeping in a house, and the house started to collapse. And she thought some natural disaster is happening, but the government bulldozers were pushing out her house, and she died in the house. Yes. This happened. For almost 40,000 Amharas were expelled, pushed out of the skirts of Addis Ababa in a week or two. Then, if you ask the government, why you do this? They say we are planting trees, we are growing grasses. So grasses have bigger price than human beings in Ethiopia, specifically the Amharas.
Amara, I'm going to report this on you are saying. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I can't even share you the news. The news was the news was reported by the VOA. The news was reported by Ethiopian BBC. The Amharic BBC reported this. Let me finish. Look, guys, let me finish. Imagine. The attack of drones in Amhara civilians. This was reported by the BBC recently, maybe 4 or 5 days back. BBC reported there was 2,567 rape cases by Ethiopian army, and this because the woman went to the clinics, the health centers, and they report they were raped by the government soldiers, and and the police didn't do anything, because if rape happens, even in a country, if a woman goes to a clinic and if she say I was raped, the police, the clinic will directly communicate with the police, and the police will start, the case, right? Seeing the case. Imagine there are more than 2,567 rape cases, and these cases were collected in 42 health centers, and there is no any police report in one of those 2,567 rape cases. Imagine.
The whole Amara.
The whole Amhara, yeah.
Or they are Amara or Romo.
The police, the government controls most of the cities, right?
No, I'm saying the people with this case.
Amharas. Only Amharas. It happened in the Amhara
Amharas.
region. Only Amharas. The funny thing is, it happened to girls at the age of 8 to age of 65. From the age of 8 to age of 65, you can check the BBC reports. And when the BBC reporters called to the Ethiopian National Defense Force office, they literally block their call.
Bro, those are Western
How many in total? How many are there?
2,567 rape cases.
When did they happen? When
It happened in the past year. From the end of 2023 up to the end of 2024. They happened in 1 year and maybe 2 months. So imagine, most of the women there. I can share you one of the stories.
Hey! 8 years old baby. 8. Or 8.
8 years old. 8. A very young one.
Like this.
8. Yeah, 2 4s. Yeah. 4 plus 4. Yeah. It happened to those young kids. Imagine the government is bombing churches. And do you expect the government not to rape an 80-year-old girl?
Oh,
The government is
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So these people are trying to preach us peace while bombing us with thousands of dollars of Ethiopian money using drones. They are doing this for mostly for the United Arab Emirates Arabs. Okay, now they are
working with
Arabs. Yeah, the United Arab Emirates, they don't have land. They don't have land to plow. Okay, so they are trying to steal the golds from Ethiopia. Ethiopia, in the past 2 years, exported maybe more than 10 times of its past 10 years gold exports. And every gold is exported to United Arab Emirates. And those golds exported to there are used to buy drones, weapons. The drones they are using, they buy it for more than $50,000. Just one of the bombs they buy one of the bomb, like one piece of the bomb in like $50,000 just to kill kids.
Wow.
Just to kill kids. Imagine, just to kill kids, just to kill babies, just to kill priests. And
so right now, wait exactly, please let me get. You said Abiy Ahmed is working with Dubai. Huh?
Yes, Arabs. And now they are talking about we're Africans. We know who is abusing Africans. We know the Arabs are abusing Africans. They hate our skin color. And now they are playing the Amharas have connection with Solomon. Yes, we have connections with King Solomon. He's in the Bible. He's in the Quran. So everybody likes him. Even Muslims like him. Christians like him. Because he's part of...
Amara, are you confirming to me that the same Dubai that is creating genocide in Sudan is doing the same problem in Ethiopia?
Yes, exactly. Even Abiy is part of the Ethiopian government, is part of the Sudan genocide. He was sending troops, giving them army clothing, just like the Hemeti army.
No, let's not
genocide.
listen.
The United Arab Emirates. Look, back in 2000, the end. Look, back in. Let me finish. Let me finish. Can you please mute him? Because truth is getting told.
Mute your mic, Arsenal.
Look, let me tell you, Aya, let me tell you.
Sudan in this place. Sudan is
yes, Ethiopian government is part of Sudan's chaos. Because Hemeti was invited in Ethiopia for a talk. He spent more than a week in Ethiopia's one of the expensive hotels in Ethiopia, having meetings. This was reported by the Ethiopian media.
Let me hear Amara, please. Amara, you said Abiy Ahmed invite Hemeti from...
Hemeti was in Ethiopia. He spent more than 5 days in one of the most expensive hotels in Ethiopia. Most of his representatives are still housed in Ethiopian biggest hotel, which is called Sheraton Addis. They talk, they do their plans from Ethiopia. Okay, sometimes the Ethiopian drones helped Hemeti when the Sudan army tried to push back the Hemeti. We know that. So, look.
Wait, Sudanese. Sudan is in the comment section. Oh my God.
Look, in Sudan's issue, United Arab Emirates is hugely involved, right? Just like that, Ethiopia. Look, please let me look before I go, and let me give you
Very
an
good
assignment.
Yeah.
Let me give you. Let me take 30 seconds. Then I'll leave because I'm in a rush. Let me give you one assignment. Just Google Abiy Ahmed Ali and UAE, and just Google the pictures, the image. The leaders of UAE and Abiy Ahmed Ali, it feels like they have romantic relationship, the way they hack. The UAE people always comes to Ethiopia. He always flies there. It's like in a month they have some meeting. So why are they meeting? Are they meeting like to do some to grow some grasses or plants? No. They are working to break East Africa, to break Sudan. They are committing genocide together. The Arab money and the Abiy Ahmed Ali muscle together, it is creating havoc in East Africa. So that's what's happening.
Amara, I would love to have you as a guest on Monday because tomorrow I need to talk about South Sudan. But on Monday, I would love to talk. I want you to be my guest. Please, I will give you like 45 minutes to speak. Because I think and I'm going to announce this for all Sudan to come and hear. Because if Abiy Ahmed from Ethiopia is being part of the problem that Sudan is having, everybody needs to know. Because everybody is concerned about what is going on in Sudan and Ethiopia right now. So now we are having the connectivity from Ethiopia and Dubai with Emirates collaborating together. And they are doing, the way they are dropping drone in Sudan is the way they are dropping drone in Ethiopia. They are removing people's parts in Sudan. And they are doing the same thing it's like Dubai give them the script of how they are going to do things. Because when I check the videos and pictures, they all look the same. They all look the same. Me, I don't used to sleep. I have too much headache because one is coming from Sudan, another one from Ethiopia, this one from South Sudan, bombing everywhere. The picture look the same. The picture look the same. They are operating the same way. But I don't want to, when I hear, I don't want to believe. But now you are telling me that it's true that Abulolo, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia is part of Sudan problem. It's going to be hot. I don't think Oromo can save him this moment. If we find out that Abiy Ahmed is part of Sudan problem, Oromo cannot save him. I will go and do my investigation as we are speaking. Oromo will not be able to save him.
Will you be able to let me?
So one last thing,
All right,
one last thing before you go. Before I go, one last thing before I go. My fellow Ethiopian guy, the guy next to me, Ayana, just go in his profile and check what he was doing in the inauguration of the Grand Renaissance Dam. Okay, he was there. He was invited by Ethiopian big medias. Okay, the government medias, explaining about how it is useful to wage another war against Eritrea, how it is useful to use this as an opportunity to strengthen the government. So this guy down to you is a government crony, and yet he's acting like a normal Ethiopian who has a political ideology, who has some say about Ethiopian politics. Just go to his profile and check who he is, okay? He just go in his profile and you'll find the truth. On Monday, I'll try to join you. And when I come with facts. I will come with receipts, okay? And you'll see all of the things what I have said now are true. And I'll be, speaking about the other untold stories about the issues in Wallaga. In Wallaga, he invited United Arab Emirates investors, and those investors wanted the land where the Amharas are dwelling. Because of that, more than 900,000 Amharas were kicked out of that place. Genocide happened in that area. Thousands were killed. Thousands were burned. Like they collect them in one time. They collect them for a meeting. 240 Amharas were in that meeting. They closed the doors and they burned them. 240 Amharas. They were with their kids. They were with their grandparents. They were in one place, and they were closed in, and they were banned. And they were banned. They aired that video, and after Other people in that vicinity saw that video, they literally run for their life. That's how they kicked out the Amharas from Olega. They kill you brutally. When they kill you brutally, the other people, when they see, they take video of you. When they kill you brutally, when they burn with these people, we cannot fight these people. They are evil, so we need to leave. That's how they gain control of most of the lands in Sudan. That's how they are gaining control of most of the lands in Ethiopia. So whatever you see in Ethiopia, in Addis, those flashy projects are very cheap. One is they are, putting grasses on the streets, planting some trees, cheap trees, and Christmas lights on the streets. Then people think, the Western media will think, oh, Ethiopia is growing because they are seeing some flashy lights of maybe $100 or $200, or some weed grasses or some plants. But what they don't see is behind that flashy project, there are Amhara's blood spilled in every corner of Ethiopia. So the Amharas now, as we talk right now, there are more than 2.1 million Amharas internally displaced, which are recognized by the United Nations. Now, for example, the US aid was helping us. After the coming of Trump, US aid is stopped. Because of that, the Amharas are in a huge problem. Okay? The funny thing is, those people were like in refugee camps and they were asked to pay tax. Imagine. They were kicked out of that area for like more than 4 or 5 years, and the government knocks the door in the UN camps, and it is asking them to pay taxes. It is really, really, really sad. Whatever you see in Sudan is happening in Ethiopia.
But
Whatever you see in Sudan and Ethiopia is perpetrated one actor.
Do you know that whole Africa don't know what you are talking about? We are hearing this for the first time. We don't know nothing about this. All this problem you are saying.
Interesting how you're impressed by hearing something for the first time, and you don't even, you don't even bother to ask.
Because what I'm talking is the evilness no one can imagine.
And you're hearing it on TikTok for the first time.
No. Wait.
And from now on, I'll try to bring you some evidences. And
please,
you will start connecting what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in Somalia, what's happening in Ethiopia, and you'll find the big actor and the crony who is working so hard in committing those violences in Ethiopia, Sudan, and Somalia. And you'll find that person to be Abiy Ahmed Ali. Thank you.
Can I speak now?
Wait, Ayana. Ayana, wait. Wait. We hear a lot already. I'm going to listen to you, but I hear something like this before, that they invite some people in a meeting and they put fire on all of them. Please, comment section, is it true? I'm going to read about this. I'm going to make video about this one tomorrow, and on Monday I'm coming live again for Ethiopia. And I'm going to find out to see if we see Emeti picture with Ethiopia Prime Minister. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
He even brings Emeti. Can you bring a man called Save from the guest, please? Because
I don't know how you guys do conversations. I have been quietly listening to a barrage of lies and propaganda, and I was muted the whole time for a reason.
We already know you're going to make a propaganda for your government, the genocidal government. We already know you're a spokesman for the government.
This is what happens.
We're not going to manipulate everyone here, okay?
What is she doing now? So what do you like this? When someone else talks, when Amara Aquila talks, I was quietly listening, even though all of them, almost indifferently, are lies.
Are you saying your government is not working with Hemeti? They don't have picture together, they don't invite them in Ethiopia?
Huh? Here's the thing.
Please bring Panda, a man called Panda. He's going to show you an image.
Anyways.
Evidence about Hemeti.
Okay.
Go on.
If
Go on.
if you have some.
I don't have an image, but what Amhara Aquila said. Basically, we have the document, like you said, you will invite him on Monday. We'll bring all the document, also the burned bodies. We have all that document, and we have no problem showing you that, so that way you can speak for yourself, because it's.
In the office, who puts fire on
But
them?
it happened in Wallaga area, so you can imagine, because I'm not even gonna say. I let you decide, okay? So I'm not gonna take too much of your time. So on Monday, hopefully, when you invite Amar Aquila, it can actually come here as well, and show you all the document. We could lay it out for you, so that way you have a better idea.
Will I be able to speak anytime today?
Okay, I just want to tell you that I was born in a very small village
This
in
is a
Ethiopia.
wrong stage.
Can I speak, please, Ayana, for 2 seconds, and I'm in the leave, actually. I got to go as well. I was born in a very small village in Ethiopia, so those area, there was famine. So these group of people were taken from that area and a greener area, so they created a city near Wallaga, and there's different cities. We'll show you an image, like a better way. So these same people, they were invited to the meeting, and they were burned alive, okay? They were burning them
This is my
alive.
first time. I don't know if there is.
No, but I'm just trying to show what because she couldn't believe it. She was speechless. So I'm just letting you know it did happen. We'll bring all the document for you.
Well, when you bring it, come with it, please. Somebody was speaking. You came.
Well, I will. I actually know because she obviously probably thought I have the document in hand, but I'd rather get it together for you. And obviously, in YouTube videos, we have news and so on and so forth. And by the way, it was not 500 people. I think the rape case, Marakila said it was 500 people. It's actually 2,600. We'll bring that as well for you. Yeah. I think he made a mistake on that number. Yeah, I just want to correct that.
I think you need to allow me time if you feel like.
No, I'll let you speak. I have no problem.
There's some.
Let us know.
If I'm talking to Aya, actually, I'm not talking to you. If she has some sense of justice, she should allow me to speak. Instead of being like really highly impressed by.
It's not impressed. It's actually really sad. There's nothing to be impressed about this.
Well, yeah, there's a lot sad about the whole situation, and
there isn't any. There's atrocity was committed. We can't deny them.
What is this about? Like, I try to speak, and
what is this? A resume? Like, we're not here to see a resume.
Okay. Everybody, calm down. Okay, tomorrow. I think tomorrow that's supposed to be South.
Let me tell you something. You're going to be used as a propaganda mouthpiece. For
what?
People
that's insulting. Who's going to use Ayana? She's well educated and she knows everything. Okay.
Well,
I'm
gonna give her a fair heads up because I'm not even able to speak in your room right now. I see how there is this barrage. People are coming and interrupting the whole time. Nobody stops them. Look, mics are being opened.
I want you to know this. If I had said in Ethiopia,
I cannot actually speak. Amara Aquila was here for 35 minutes speaking straight up.
Ayana.
I didn't open my mic. I was actually stopping the other guy who opened his mic. Right? I have facts, but I cannot speak in this room.
Okay, you can, if you want to come on, or if you want me to make you, like, to give a day for you to come and speak, I can do that. I don't have problem with you, Ayana. What I want is the truth.
I would love that. On Monday, when you have that, I will bring all the facts to you and the relationship between Ethiopia and Sudan.
On Monday is going to be for Amara Kila, Amara Quiz.
You can have
it like that. If you want to come and speak as an Ethiopian, I will make a day for you. Other people will come and watch you.
Perfect.
You can speak. Ethiopia is no problem.
Actually, Tuesday or another day, it's perfect. I want to see because here's the thing. Amara Aquila started from lies, ended on lies. There are atrocities happening. I already mentioned this. There are problems from multiple sides. Please, this person is opening the mic. This is. There are atrocities happening from multiple sides. There need to be investigation. There needs to be peace. There needs to be cessation of hostility. Where there is war,
now. That is why we are here.
Yes, no, well, I think we were less more about investigation and more about impressions, because I didn't hear any request for verification or
because even the people that believe in the government, they don't want to come and talk to us. It's the holy Amara who come and ask, please, we want to speak on what is going on. You people, you don't take us as human beings because you believe in a bigger platform than this. So that is why you see that if Amara come and speak, they can speak because they call for it.
I go to all kinds of platforms, Raya. I don't know you, but I walked into this platform. I am respectfully muted. I'm not disrupted. I'm not disrespecting people. I go to bigger stages. I go to all stages. I don't have that kind of problem. The genocide, the UN genocide does not have a guideline. You are looking at the genocide guideline that I mentioned earlier. Wherever I speak, when I claim, I have to have support for my claim. I'm not here to propagate on anyone's behalf. These are the two points for genocide. And if you go below that, it actually mentions who has the right to actually claim genocide, right? So these are the things. As a political statement, anybody can make them. Sudan and Ethiopia are neighbors. And Ethiopia's involvement in Sudan has been to create peace thus far. The Ethiopian government, even though we have these poor nations, has provided $16 million for aid to Sudan government. But what they are trying to, trick you into believing is that there is a certain pattern where Ethiopia and Sudan, some people were displaced and misplaced. That is a lie. The city building and the corridor project took people from shanties and gave them bathrooms and nice houses, and most of those houses were built in Addis Ababa. This is a lie. The relationship with UAE, he claimed that in Wallaga that there was this land that they wanted to give to the UAE. You didn't even ask him. So, is there a UAE company, or are the UAEs, do they have their land? No. So it's a lie. These people would tell you lies with a straight face, and they think they can use your stage to propagate. The good news is the international community is well informed on who they are, what they do. These are the people a week ago who cut somebody's hands, and there is a video for it. I can send it to you. These are people who work with Amara, Aquila, and the lady who was here. They literally, in broad daylight, amputated somebody. Need to be a little bit more disciplined. Amputated somebody. Can you hold your mic? Please control your emotions, ma'am. Please control your emotions, ma'am. Yes, yeah, you need to have better command of yourself. So these are the people who literally amputated. If what Amara Kila told you shocked you, I will send you a couple of videos of people's heads on sticks by the groups that these ladies and Amara Kila support. Couple of Oromos with their heads cut off and put on stick, and they videoed. These kinds of atrocities happen all over Ethiopia. Their group is part of, excuse me, ma'am, what Amhara Kila would say, excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. You have to learn how to behave and how to interact with people. This is very uncivilized. So they tell you as if these are, their hands are clean, and these are the perpetrators of some of the most heinous crimes. The United States, after the end of the Tigray War, has actually mentioned the Ethiopian government's army as committing crimes, and the Amhara forces, which they support, to have committed the most crimes, including ethnic cleansing, which is the closest thing to genocide. Ethnic cleansing, crimes against humanity. They come out here as if these are farmers who picked up their gun to fight. That's not the truth. These are organized by external forces like Egypt and Eritrea, trained, some of them placed and planted in Wallaga to actually create the atrocity, record it, and fool the people into getting into war and conflict and creating more conflict in Ethiopia so that we don't become a stable nation. That is a flagship for African independence and unity, the Agenda 2063. These are the ones that are planted to actually submerge African independence and our fight against neocolonialism by others. And they want to use your stage and make, I think I see you're impressionable. I saw you like very impressed with what they say. Please make sure that they provide you with sufficient evidence before you believe anything they say, because they lie out, they lie through their teeth day and night. It's a common occurrence in Ethiopian politics. They are known for lying. They make up things, they create fake problems, they announce things, but when the fact comes, evidence, video evidence is compiled for them being claimed as a terrorist organization.